Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and in today's awesome alt token video, we're going to be talking about Solve token. Now I know everyone's super hyped about Bitcoin reaching all-time highs of 66,000 and everyone's aping into it. But there are some hidden gems that seem to be doing some crazy pumps and gains, and we want to find out what they are and also why are they pumping. So we're going to look into Solve token and we're going to look in what is Solve token, why is it pumping, and that all important price chart action. So if you want to know more, stay tuned and let's get into the video. Welcome. So before I get into this awesome video, I have to say that anything you see, hear, or choose to ignore, you know the drill, is not financial advice. No, I'm no financial advisor. This bad boy is here for your educational purposes only. But as you guessed, you've seen that coming. So I'm not going to bore you too much, and I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can, even with the technical analysis, and jump straight into coin market. Boom. So as you can see, there's been a massive pump on Solve token of 324%. Now that's a 3x in the space of a day. Now, if we could have got into this super early, we would be looking at some massive gains by now, because 3x at this time where the market's pretty high and everyone's in a greedy stage is pretty good. But what has Solve token been? So if we have a look in the 24-hour highs and lows, it was trading all the way down at 9 cents and it shot all the way up to 57. Now this is crazy gains. And why is it that this token shot up, and how could we have seen it? Well, you can see here from the chart that it took a steady kind of gradual climb over the day and then shot to its all-time high, went back down, and now it's gradually, steadily climbing, because this means the smart money's been in there, filled up the kind of quota for it, and people are now sort of buying in when they see the price settling down. So we're going to look into what is Solve token and then the all-important price chart action. But for me, the market cap being at 486 million means that people are investing crazy money into this. And the volume over the last 24 hours, some crazy money pumped into it, as you can see here. So what is the reason everyone's euphoric about Solve? Well, we'll get to that if you stay to the end of the video. But don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe bar and tickle that bell notification. And once you've done that, let's jump straight into Solve's website and see what Solve's all about. Now, you can go over to the Solve website and read what it's all about, but I'm going to break it all down into a nutshell for you. It says a little bit about here about the decentralized healthcare platform built on the blockchain technology and is designed for care coordination, administration and payments. So a new way to pay for your kind of healthcare for the people that are signed up to it. So it's like a wallet, a utility, and it does tell you a lot about that information on the website. It tells you about its business clients, the users, the developers, and how it liaises with the government. You can buy this token on KuCoin, but it's also got other exchanges that it's available on. And it gives you two kind of examples about how the care wallets are set up, and you can see you can download it on the App Store and Google Play. But on top of that, you can see also that this token's won a lot of awards. It's got winner here in the category for enterprise blockchain transformation, and it's got a winner of the Technology of the Year award, which obviously puts a lot of confidence in the investors and puts a lot of euphoria in people's mind. But that is not why it is pumped. For me, doing the research and investigation, I could see that the token had put out a large piece of news to say that it's got a big announcement coming up on the 26th. Now, we don't know what that announcement is, but they are running a big competition in order to fulfill that. So if we look at their socials, you'll see that it's got a little bit of information down there. It's got about the adrenaline pumping for their partnership, first class here. It says we've got a huge announcement here coming up on the 26th, and we'll be having a fun competition in the next 6 days to celebrate it. Now, anyone or any token that's got this kind of backing and this kind of euphoria about it says they've got a huge announcement coming out, the smart money tries to front run it. And you're going to see this in the price chart action, because I'm going to show it all to you and see how the smart money's come in, how I know it's the smart money, and where the trading channel is and the buy options and sell options. Again, not financial advice. This is just how I trade and how I've been looking at this token. So we've looked at the website, we've looked at the news, we get a pretty much good picture now of what Solve token is. We get a good picture of why this is pumping and why it's being front run. So let's dive straight into that price chart action to see where the money's being made. Boom. So as you can see here, I've already done some charting lines and I've kept it really basic because I don't want to jargon everyone. And some people say technical analysis can be too jargon, or some people say it can't be enough. But what I've done is I've simply broke it down to what the kind of support level is at the moment and the resistance level, where the token was trading before everyone got into this ultra volume. And yes, this is how I know it was ultra volume, because the volume spread analysis is purple, which is for ultra volume coming into the market, and where I see this token going. So as you can see, it had a huge pump up here, and this took it all the way up to its resistance of 49 cents. But it's been trading all the way through October up until like yesterday at around about 8 cents. And this token was trading like most of the past months at around about 6, 7 and 8 cents, as you can see here. It was pretty much dormant, stalled, stagnant. There wasn't a lot going on with this token. But obviously they were waiting for some bullish news. You know, some momentum where they say buy the rumor and sell the news. Now, as you can see here, this trading channel has been playing out to this midline and the resistance line. So we've got support, mid and resistance. And I've put this trading channel in, and I've also extended it to where I think it's going to go. And at this moment in time, the kind of resistance of the trading channel and the resistance of the trading chart are being hit pretty amazingly. And you can see it's getting rejected. So for me, because of all this no man's land here, we're going to see this token come down and test this kind of midway support here. But depending on how euphoric the market is and if the volume still comes in, we could see a bounce from this midline and then continue in the trading channel, hoping for a breakout of this kind of resistance here and going on into the trading channels resistance. But how does that leave you thinking, well, this coin looks pumped, how do I trade this token? Well, simply put it, you trade the supports and the resistance. So you want to try and front run this token. You want to buy at support and sell at resistance. But at the moment, we don't know if this is going to be a strong support at the midline or it's going to go down and use this kind of trading channel here. And as we can see, that I personally think we could see things coming down and using this bottom line as support. I don't think it will come all the way back down here straight away, but we've got to see where this kind of sell-off is here. And these are 1 hour candles. So I would envision it coming down a little bit and retesting this area here. And if it takes a bounce, you could use this as support and buy and hope it goes back up and retest the resistance. But just to put it simply, how you trade it, if you want to be a cautious and safe trader, you would trade this support area here. Buying at support, dollar cost averaging out from this midline, in my opinion. A lot of people trade different ways, and you can leave a comment below how you trade. But when I'm doing a trading channel of buying at support, selling at resistance, I sort of start dollar costing average out from the midline. So I've got this little small area here of around about, it's around about 20%. And then I start dollar costing averaging out. But I still want to be in the market enough to try and know if the market's taking a turn, I can either sell out or I can leave my position in longer. So I'm only selling at max 10% a time here. This resistance and then turns this into support. We then create another trading channel, buy this, use this as support and do the same trading again. But this is a very simpler terms. You've still got to watch this market and you've still got to watch how this token is. But I can see this with the news being on an uptrend now, probably until the 26th. Then it's a bit of an toss of a coin or a flip of a coin, how this news is going to affect the market. Sometimes when the news comes out, people then like to sell because the smart money that's invested in this, don't forget, it's the smart money that's invested in this with the ultra high volume or the whales, would like to front run. Where people are getting euphoric, they like to dump on you. If you're getting a bit fearful, they like to then buy off you when you're said the weekends are selling back to them. And that's how they do it. They try and trade on your emotion. So just putting all this back into brief action again is, if you're bullish on this token, which I am, and you want to sort of put it in your portfolio and trade it up until the 26th, which I think is the next 6 days. Maybe don't leave it that long. Maybe look how this goes up until the weekend. You can just use the figures of buying at support, selling at resistance. And you can, if you have TradingView, you can get a free account at TradingView. You can go into this option here, which is the trend line tool, and you can go down to what's called parallel channel here, and you can then click this and this will give you your channel. Ideally, when you do a parallel channel, you want to get 3 touch points at the bottom. Now, because obviously this had a massive pump here, I could have drawn this trend line a bit tighter here and had probably at least about 6 touch points. But where I've drawn it, for me, is good enough for my appetite. So I'm really happy with the trading channel. And as I suspected, because of the hyper volume and the hyper pump, it was going to get rejected at kind of resistance, and it's going to come back down and test this area here, or maybe this area here. We could see sideways action, or we could see a downside, but people will be looking to probably trade this token in the next 6 days. So that was my brief, quick kind of, it is a trending token on CoinMarketCap at the moment, so I know people have been looking into it. So that's why I wanted to give you a quick brief overview about how I'm looking at this token, because I like to trade tokens that are trending, because I know a lot of people have got it on the radar. I know a lot of money's coming into it, and I know a lot of people are probably looking to buy and sell. So if you could stick to these kind of cool principles and, you know, always remember to do your own research, do your own due diligence, and be awesomely careful, but have an action plan like this. Very basic, very simple one. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't overextend yourself with your finances, but just keep to a nice, simple, clean plan to make yourself some gains. So I hope it's been informative for you. Anyone that's had Solve token on their kind of radar, I hope you now understand a little bit more about why the pump happened, what the token's all about, and where we see this token trading in the next 5 to 6 days with the announcement that's coming out on the 26th. But as always, I like to say on Crypto Ripto, trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.